Welcome back, my beautiful souls. Thank you for tuning in. I am Dr. Marga Lewis-Jah, and this is the Jah Experience. I am here with my co-host, Joshua Shockley, and we are so excited because this is our third episode of Out in the Open with Dr. Jah. This is our opportunity to speak to individuals and masses about mental and sexual health content. So we have decided to break down barriers about topics that individuals usually will not approach or don't feel comfortable about. So previously we asked that everyone drop messages into our DM, send us an email, or subscribe and ask us questions. And so we did that.
Yes.
And that was very successful. Thank you for that. Josh spent a great deal of time looking through messages, and we collaborated and took the best questions, or you know what? I don't want to say the best questions because every question is a great question.
Absolutely.
We took questions and filled them into particular categories. And once we did that, we looked at the content and put together one question. So the question, do you want to tell them what the question was for today?
The question that we came up with is, why do couples not stay in the honeymoon phase?
That was an excellent question. We had so many people talk about the dynamics and how relationships change and how they're altered. And mostly what it seemed like to me was that everyone was interested in getting back to that honeymoon phase, that was the part that they spoke about missing. A significant amount of individuals said that, you know, they got into the relationship, but they were really looking for what took place when they were being originally courted by their partner. And so
Absolutely.
that was a big piece that stood out for me. Was there anything that stood out for you outside of our question?
There's so many people had that question, and there's so many people, I was surprised to see so many people trying to stay together in a world that, you know, it's not normal anymore. Just to have that monogamous relationship, or, you know, just to have that one partner. So many people were trying to figure out, how can I make the relationship that I'm in now work?
Right. And not that it's not normal, but you're right. People can segue in and out of relationships very easily because it's the lack of, or sometimes the lack of knowing how to stay in a relationship and persevere. So when the question is posed about how do we stay in that honeymoon phase, it automatically made me think about a few things. One is that relationship dynamics change. Right?
Absolutely.
And so that's a thing that most people can't get comfortable with because we do want that honeymoon phase, right? That's the euphoric phase. That's where all the good emotions show up,
Gooey
right?
stuff.
The gooey stuff. That's the good
Yes.
gooey stuff, right? And so the other thing that I thought was important is that people fear change. And so my message would be, don't fear change when the relationship dynamics transition, right? And then being able to understand that transition and making a set point as to, you know, being able to take the good and the bad and understanding what that transitional phase actually means for you and your partner. And so that was immediately what I thought of. Then the second portion was, you know, what we're talking about is the stages of relationships. So let me say that. We're talking about the stages of an actual relationship. And so the first part of the stage was, or the first part that I want people to understand, that after the honeymoon phase, things will be altered a little bit, right? Relationships change, and that's truly normal.